Hi, this is Greg McCoach, editor of the Mining Speculator. I'm here in Vancouver, Canada at the Metals Investor Forum, January 2023. Today, we're having an interview with President and CEO Joe Hebert of Outcrop Silver and Gold. Joe, welcome as always.
Hey, it's great to see you again.
Yeah, we've done these shows before, and it was a tough market last year, but here we are, and you've had some really good news. From my perspective, you have a tiger by the tail, as I like to say, and the market responded. Your stock recovered some, and it looked like it was on a good trajectory. So a lot to talk about. First, let's get this politics out of the way first before we get into the technical and talking about this discovery that you have.
Yeah.
There was a change in politicians, and whatever that is, sometimes it can be negative for this, that, or the other thing. It seemed at first it was a little negative for mining, but he seems to have retracted. What you know better than I. What do you say?
I think that Outcrop's taken President Petro at his word at this point. He's expressed definite support for mining, especially as it relates to the transition energy economy, or the energy transition economy, I should say. I think he is going to he's going to be looking hard at carbon or carbon products, coal and oil, but I think he's going to be actually looking favorably at metals, copper and silver, which is important for us, especially with Santa Ana. To do something to contribute to the energy transition, either as production from the products in Colombia or export of the metals.
Right. Okay. Well, I agree with you. I'm looking at all the different comments that were made, and I was a little worried, but then as I listened to him talk more, it seems like we're going to be okay. So that's my take on it. And
yeah.
You seem to be in agreement with that.
Yeah, I think status quo for us. We're underground. We're extremely high grade silver. We've really engaged the community. The community is an advocate for us, and that's another big part of his platform is bringing opportunity.
Yeah,
bringing opportunities to communities in the countryside.
Absolutely. So I think we got that box checked. We can move beyond that.
Things are good. Status quo for us.
So now let's talk about the discovery, because you had some holes there that really got the market's attention, and despite the bad market, your stock really started to climb there. So why don't you tell us a little bit of what's happened and what does this mean? Because from my standpoint, you're on your way to a nice resource calculation that's going to have a significant revaluation for your stock.
Yeah, if you look at the weighted average for more than 200 intervals, 312 holes in Santa Ana, your weighted average grade is over 1.5 kilograms silver per ton.
That's high grade.
So just on a drilling basis that we expect to be reflected in the resource, we're really expecting to see our resource grade be in the upper 20th to 18th percentile worldwide.
Wow.
For resources. 350 is an average number, and we're going to be way above average.
Yeah. So no, that's going to get the market's attention. We just need the market to catch up now. I think what's going to lead us now that tax loss selling is over, I clearly see a new high for gold and possibly silver very shortly here.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think it's going to get our market going again. And with what you're doing, what are the plans now for this summer? This year, what are you going to do?
Well, we have 3 drill rigs active right now. We'll be drilling at least 1,800 meters a month, maybe as much as 2,000 meters some months. So we'll have some regular news flow. We have a great opportunity right now just of drilling deeper. We have one chute that goes to the Maris that goes to 370 meters, but on average, our chutes are only 180 meters depth.
Right.
So what we're doing right now is just low risk drilling deeper in the known. It's a great opportunity to add
a lot of
resource, a lot of basically resource ounces or resource potential. And then we have over 18 kilometers of vein zones that we've worked up to a drill target basis. They're typified from values at surface, everything from 1 kilogram silver to 10 kilograms silver. They're high quality, the outcrop, and so we'll do the more delineation type work, and when we get that under control, then we'll go to greenfields. And we'll
Yeah.
have 3 rigs, we hope, probably through December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's you can drill year round down there, so it's not
Yeah.
a problem. So
Yeah.
you're funded to do all this drilling. We don't need to do another raise this year.
With 3 rigs, it could be that we would run into a raise sometime later in the year.
Yeah, but hopefully your share price is much higher at that point.
But at a much higher price.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Hopefully, it really, Outcrop is one of those few. Outcrop Silver is one of those few companies where we could be right on the verge of a re-rating.
Yeah.
And that would be going from a very high quality discovery with extremely high grades, a lot of drilling that pretty much confirms the model and says it's there and it's going to expand, and then we'll go to the next stage of resources as quickly as we can.
Right.
And we should see a good bump out of that.
Boy, I would think so. It's an exciting time for the company. It's sad that we've had to get all this news in a bad market, but it's all going to catch up with itself now. So I think we're going to see a much higher stock price for you guys.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
38 years, and honestly, this is the funnest and most rewarding project I've worked on.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
exciting when you get a high grades discovery like this, and it's gonna make people money. So that's what we're here for. So,
great. Yeah. Yep. We certainly expect to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any other things you want to bring up? Any points we want to talk about? You want to get into the technical side? We've got 3 minutes. So
The technical side is very simply, so investors can almost use a ruler. Is what we're finding is we know enough about the mineralization, the chutes, and the occurrences in the vein systems is that we can come up with about 5 million silver equivalent ounces for almost every kilometer of vein zone we drill.
right, and for those that don't know, when you get to 100 million ounces of resource for a silver company, man, it's game on big time, right?
Yeah, we look at milestones. I mean, 50 is a milestone, 100 is a great milestone, and I don't think the story is over at that number, really. To tell you the truth.
It looks good. I would agree.
And great is king.
Great is king. Yep.
Yep.
And that's what Dr. Peter McGaw always taught me that. Yeah, learned that a long time ago. Well, listen, we've got 2 minutes left. Any last comments?
I would say also is that, working in Colombia, because of the fact that of the ongoing insurgencies for quite a number of years, Colombia, the people of Colombia don't have a good exposure to modern mining. Their exposure is a lot through, artisan mining, which really is totally different.
Right.
So we worked really hard to engage the communities,
Right.
the wheelchair initiative we took. I
Right.
think. Yeah. We have 278 wheelchairs
Right.
for the disabled community of Falan, sit in the warehouse ready to be released out of customs. We asked the people how can we help them proportional to our budget. They tell us, and we do our best we can. So, we do outreach. Some of the outreach is adult education.
Yep.
For primary and adult education for people who have no education, no opportunity.
Right.
We do a lot of things based on addressing malnutrition. We do a lot of things, micro caps, business startups, so people can have some income besides, very difficult earning situations, and we really have that, I think, nailed in terms of the social license to work in Colombia.
And I think that's wonderful. I mean, you're going to have success. You like to work with the community. You want the support of the community. That's the way to do it. I always appreciate CEOs that take that approach, and you've done a great job in that regard. So.
Yeah, the company really has. It's a credit to the outstanding team we have in Colombia, and it'll also the community will be an advocate for us with the government.
Absolutely. Well, with that, Joe, always a pleasure. Thanks for the update, and call me anytime to keep the updates coming. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Great.